if I'm being honest, it's a hard choice. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Walts, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Kanto UKI desktop powered speakers. I think I said that right. We've been teased about these for a while, but we finally have them in our hands. So today we're going to figure out if these are the perfect desktop speakers for you. Now there is a sound test at the end of the video, so make sure you don't miss that. And if you guys want a special YouTube only coupon code, we'll have that for you at the end of the video as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and talk about the design. Now right out of the box, the UKIs have a completely different design and look than all the other previous Kanto speakers. And actually I'd argue that it's different than just about any desktop speaker out there. And what I love about the new look is that it's almost a egg-like kind of rounded shape that we haven't really seen with any other pair of desktop speakers. Not to mention the finish here is completely different. I would say it's fingerprint proof because I didn't have to wipe it down a single time as where I do with a lot of other speakers that I review. But if you look really close, there's actually this soft speckled, kind of off-color design that they have for each of the colors, which I thought was really cool. The blues look awesome. It's a different blue than we're used to with electronics, and having, that flexibility for your system. I think this is probably my favorite color out of the ones that they've released, but they have your standard black, white, and a couple others as well. I guess I should probably mention those. So you got the chalk, pumice, cornflower, and sage. What a lot of people are going to like about the UKIs is the size. They are very compact. They're on the smaller side. They have a width of 4.4 inches, a depth of 4.3 inches, and a height of 6.5. I put it next to the Aura, and as you can see, they're just a little bit smaller than the Aura speakers. So definitely, if you're tight on space, these are the smallest Kanto speakers that they have, but don't let that fool you as far as audio goes. The UKIs are also very, very lightweight. They only weigh about 2 pounds each, so you don't need any sort of crazy speaker stands. They have one that you can mount to the wall. We saw that at Cedia, but then they also have this really cool little raise stand, I guess you would call it, that just bolts into the back, and it's very lightweight, very good quality metal, just like the other stands that the Kanto brand makes. But I mean, you can also use some of the older stands like we have on the Auras, as you can see here. Now what you'll notice on the active side is the volume knob, but that's also doubles just like the Auras as the power button, but also the switch inputs. And all you have to do for this is just press down on the button until you see a different color light, which will indicate what mode you're in. So no more reaching behind your monitor for controls, which I think is great. Now, let's talk connectivity. With the UKIs, you get a surprising amount of flexibility. As far as inputs go, you have USB-C, which can be used straight to your computer. No audio interface is needed. An RCA line level for turntables with preamp, and you could also use it for TV audio. I don't recommend it, but you could. And then, of course, it has Bluetooth 5.3, so if you want to stream it directly to your phone, or maybe you just want to connect it to your computer via Bluetooth, you can do that as well. And then as far as outputs, the 3.5 millimeter is on the front. So if you want to just plug in headphones, let's say you're using them for music, but then you got to hop on a work call and you don't want anybody to be disturbed in your house, you can just plug in your headphones, really easy access on the front. And then on the back, there is that subwoofer out. So if you want to add a subwoofer for that extra punchy bass, you can definitely do that. And the two speakers are connected by a 6-foot 4-pin standard connector. And I also don't want to forget about the rubber feet on the bottom. Nothing crazy here, just something to, keep the vibrations down if you are going to lay them on your desk without a stand. I always think it's nice when speakers include this at some level, just because you don't want to scratch the furniture as well. So yeah, I mean, as far as setup goes, it's super, super easy. You plug it into power, connect the two speakers together, and press the power button, and you're ready to go. Now, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. All right, now it's time to talk about audio, which is the whole reason we're reviewing these speakers. Now, a little bit of technical specs. First, we'll breeze through this. It comes with 3/4 inch tweeters and then 3-inch paper cone woofers, so that's going to help with the mid and punchy bass. Also inside the UKI is the Class D amplifier. Each driver gets a dedicated power, 100 watts of peak power, 50 watts of RMS total. The frequency response is 80 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz. And also, just like the Auras, there's a 100 hertz crossover, so if you do end up adding a subwoofer, you're going to be covered there. Now, of course, I personally recommend using a subwoofer, but you don't have to necessarily start off with one, which I think is really cool. Because it has a sub out, you can just get the speakers, try them out, see if you like them. If you need a little bit more bass, then invest in a subwoofer after, or you can just go all out and get a sub 8 like I do. I have the sub 8 with the Aura 4s, and I couldn't be happier. But you could also go something a little bit smaller like the sub 6. Without the sub, though, for a speaker of this size, it does a really good job without without distorting in that super punchy, low range of audio. I will say, if you're maxing out the volume on these, for distortion to not be an issue, I would just go one click down from max, which is really good in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, that's typical of all speakers. Anything with a woofer cone, you don't ever want to max it out because it's not going to sound its best at the max volume. But again, if you get that subwoofer, it opens up the range there, and you can get the loud volume with the punchy bass and it not be distorted. So with that being said, I think it pretty much wraps it up for the UKIs. I love their compact size, new design, great sound, and all the connections that you need for a modern desk setup. If you're choosing between these and the Auras, they're very, very similar, and I just think these have a cooler, more refreshed design. So for me, that would tip me over towards the UKIs, but maybe you want that square look and the Auras are still there, or you need something a little bigger like the Aura 4s. Now, if you're here in Phoenix, you can pick them up locally, or you can shop our website at walts.com. I'll leave a special YouTube-only discount code for you down in the description. Let me know what you guys think of the UKIs down in the comments section. If you're someone who's already bought them, then please share your experience. We'd love to hear you down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@walts so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.